Okay, seeing that it's 7 o'clock, I'll open the meeting of the Halifax Planning Board at 499 Plymouth Street in Halifax for the meeting of Thursday, August 1st, 2024. Just to make everybody aware that the Planning Board is being recorded by Area 58 and can be reviewed on YouTube. Okay, let's see our first appointment here. Arnold Vera, the site plan review application for 395 Plymouth Street, map 73, lot 9A.
Joe Webby, Webby Engineering. At our last meeting, we had a couple of items that two people wanted to see. One of them was we wanted to see a rendering of the building, look like. The other one is that we want to make sure we got through conservation. We have gotten through conservation, the issue in the order of conditions. We still have to file with the Historical Society. So,
Have you talked to anybody there, Joe?
yeah, that's something I have to get together with them and file whatever we have to file.
They don't have too many meetings, so they like meeting.
So basically, I'm just here to make sure that we were on the agenda. Gonna have to kick the can down the road a little bit until we take care of that.
When did we extend you to, like, the beginning of September, I think?
Yes, it's September 12th was my,
Okay.
That should
I
be
think
what
that's
I
what-
think that's what.
I think that's what it was.
That should give you enough time.
Yeah, so just get me to the end of August or, is that the first meeting in September?
Well, it'll be before the 12th because it's, but I don't remember which day. I can look. But do you want to be on the agenda for that night? Yeah,
First
And then if
Thursday in
you-
September is the 5th.
thank you.
Yeah, so if we could continue to September 5th, that would be great.
I'll make a motion to continue, 24 SPR 244 Arnold Ware site plan review application for 395 Plymouth Street, map 73, lot 7A to September 5th, 2024, in order for them to go through historical commission.
Right, as we mentioned before, you can meet with Mr. Shea in his office at the barber shop.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, very good. Thank you very much.
You think we're kidding?
Hold on, we need a second in the vote.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Yes, I have a second. I have a motion on the floor to extend their application 24-SPR 244. All those seeing that voting on this is Amy, myself, Tom, and Rick, who are present at the meeting. All those in favor say aye.
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 Thank you.
Unanimous. Thanks, Joe.
Good night. Nice to you, that was a fun back.
Okay, moving right along, move on to application 24-SPR-246 for 265 Quonset Street. Would like to say how you doing, Dave?
Good evening, David Research, Northside Development.
Do you guys want one, or are you gonna look at the screen?
Oh, this is the new one, right? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's hand it in.
This is the second meeting for 265 on Quonset Street. At the previous hearing, the old hearing gave our full presentation on the project, inclusive of the landscaping, architecture, etc. At the time, there weren't many questions from the board. There was a request that we follow up with both police and fire. That was kind of a general request, and also, I think, specific to 265. So we did that. In terms of the fire department, so Chief Witham had a comment on lane width behind building 2.
It's the one at the back, facing the street, basically.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were instructing me on the screen.
Oh, no. I don't know how to use that.
Yeah. So it's this area right here. So this was at 16 feet and we made it 20 feet. This is actually kind of a special material that the grass grows up through, but it's designed specifically for fire trucks, and the details been in the plans since the beginning. So he wanted that to be 20 feet as opposed to 16. And we corrected it, sent it to him. He sent out an email. The chair was on it. I forwarded it to Danielle, saying that he was okay with our hydrant modifications as well as this modification. So he was satisfied with access to the site. In terms of Chief Chavez, so I reached out to him on kind of two matters. One was a follow-up on our discussion about the crosswalk. So as chair of the traffic safety committee, yeah. So I sent him a copy of the plans, and the status, as I understand it, is that he's pinged his traffic committee. They've given him responses, and he sent comments to town manager as for the select board as highway superintendents. So that's where it stands.
When did you do that, David?
The town administrator, you mean?
Right there.
Just to
David,
clarify.
when did you do that?
He sent that, let's see, I spoke to him on the phone, so I wasn't CC'd on it, so I actually haven't seen it. It was on Tuesday I spoke to him.
It's in the
And
folder.
he said it.
Oh, okay.
So again, this is kind of going to the select board, but since it was part of the previous application, I figured I'd give you an update.
Yeah, I heard it was effectively approved.
Okay. He didn't offer any specific comments on the site plan itself. And also, just as an FYI, as part of our stormwater permit process with the Conservation Commission, highway, building inspector, fire, police all got copies of the plans at that time.
You revised them, the new ones?
Well, no, this was kind of, it's an odd process with the Concom. We're going through a process before we actually open the hearing. So they wanted to see if there was any comments before we even start the hearings for stormwater. There were no comments. Actually, they heard from everybody. No one had a comment except for highway. And Pat Brennan kind of spoke to that issue last time regarding the catch basins. And again, this is all for 266.
Right.
But just giving you kind of a general.
So these new revised plans show the
Yes.
repositioning, I didn't even ask the question yet. Show the repositioning of the fire hydrants that the fire chief requested?
Yes, actually, the plan submitted on July 9th.
Actually had that.
Yes, you already have that. So the only modification to the plans that is on the kind of the three sheets of the layout that we sent you is the width of the emergency access behind building 2.
And that's with the pervious asphalt.
What's that?
And that's with the pervious asphalt.
Yes, yes.
How did you find the extra room behind the building to make that wider?
It was there.
Yeah, what it is
It was long, so we just put the reinforcement under more lawn.
Yeah, the product is like plastic mesh, and grass just grows up through it.
It's kind of neat. I've been seeing people use them for driveways. It's expensive, but it's kind of neat.
They use something to similar at Walmart, behind Walmart in order to comply with the parking requirement.
Yeah, so
They
this
use
is-
some kind of pervious material.
It's called Grass-Fill True Grid Pro Light, and it's specific for fire lanes.
Yeah, and the chief's
Yes,
satisfied with it,
Yeah,
support
he
the weight
actually-
of a fire truck,
yes, he was satisfied with that product. We actually went through this discussion as part of town meeting,
Yeah.
back, 6 months ago.
What about, I know at the last meeting too, we spoke about specifically that lane behind building 2, as far as snow removal and where the snow is gonna go, so it's gonna remain clear during the
Yes.
winter.
Yeah, we have to plow that, and it's gonna scratch the grass, but we'll just have to deal with that as a maintenance issue.
Yeah.
But yes, it has to be, maintained just as you would shovel to the hydrants and all the walks, the access to the water rooms on the building.
And the snow piling itself, is it on property or is it gonna have to be removed?
On 265, there's plenty of room on property.
Yeah, especially for behind there, if it was just pushed out.
Yeah.
There's plenty of room to.
Exactly. So there's, again, it's not as constrained as 266. So also at the last hearing, Pat Brennan spoke. He went through his comments. He mentioned that all of them that had been addressed. So he didn't have any further comments from his kind of zoning and stormwater review. So that's about all I have in terms of updates. Again, this was continued. The commission, the board felt that they didn't have sufficient time to review them, and it was also on the heels of us doing the 266 hearing. I think everyone was a little tired. So, but I'm happy to kind of review stuff that we presented last time, or I'll just open it up to the board for questions.
I don't think we had any real controversies, as I recall. It was just those few questions we were looking to have addressed. At least that's my recollection. I don't know what anybody else's is. But.
And the fire chief was happy with the radiuses for the.
Yeah, he requested that they be 20 feet. They were already more than that, and we softened them further to 30 feet,
30,
I believe. Yeah, so we went beyond what he was seeking. So we made them flatter, easier for the.
I was thinking of 266 across the street, that one that was only 18 and moved to 20.
Yes, we did that as well.
I thought.
Yep.
My understanding is conservation signed off on it. You're all set with that?
Yeah, so they've approved the conditions. They've yet to sign them yet. So that's
Okay.
actually what I was
alluding
discussing
to
prior
yeah.
to the hearing. So the order of conditions has been written. I've agreed to everything, but they didn't sign it at the last hearing, so they expect to sign it at the on the
I
13th.
just spoke to them because it was supposed to be left for Dave tonight, at our board, he could pick it up, but she said they hadn't signed off on it yet, so it would take till next meeting for conservation to sign off.
Right, and that's on the
Didn't indicate
that's on,
any problems.
no, that's on the 13th. They voted on 4 items. One was to issue a certificate of compliance for the order conditions from back in 2015 to kind of close that out so that there's not 2 orders sitting on top of each other in this piece of land. So it was kind of a simultaneous vote of closing out the old order, taking any of those outstanding issues of conditions, moving them forward into the new order of conditions, and then approving that.
That makes sense.
Any other questions or comments? Amy, you have anything?
Not at this second.
Okay. Rick, how about you?
No, I have nothing.
Yeah, I did understand too that our police chief met with the traffic safety committee that he was on, and there weren't issues as far as, but I didn't know it was in writing, so.
Again, I have not seen that. He told me verbally that he sent it to Cody, so I've emailed Cody, but I haven't heard back from him.
All right, well, I think we'll definitely make mention in the minutes of the meeting that a copy of that letter from the chief to the town administrator to be included in our file.
Because that is a selectman issue, because it's town property. So I'm expecting them to present it to the,
Since we asked him for his, would you mind reading it in? It's not that long, right?
No. So Chief Chavez on Tuesday, July 30th at 1:07 p.m. Said on a meeting of the Traffic Safety Committee held on July 30th, 2024, a motion was made and seconded to accept the pedestrian enhancements proposed by Thorndike Development for the development located at 265 to 266 Monpont Street. The only stipulation from the committee is to recommend that an additional flashing crosswalk ahead sign be placed prior to passing the lane entrance to warn traffic traveling northbound of the presence of the crosswalk. The reasoning is the natural curvature of the roadway, which doesn't allow a direct line of sight to the crosswalk and therefore could cause possible danger to pedestrians on the crosswalk. especially with the approach speed limit being 40. The proposal has a crosswalk ahead sign, but the committee felt that a more well-placed visual cue should be included further south of the crosswalk. The committee agreed that all other proposed enhancements were proper for that location and project as it pertains to the crosswalk. I also read that they were gonna make the speed limit 25 starting at Parsons, but I don't see that in this.
It is, starting it, but that would be a great idea, because it does decrease to 25 miles an hour.
A little further.
Yeah, it's almost between the Condo Meadows and the new site. In fact, I think we had made mention of it last time,
Yeah, we did.
that it was, again, moved back. I think, especially like he made mention on that curve, it's, they fly down that street. They fly through the intersection even though it's 25.
Yeah,
It's,
they go 45.
yeah. Oh, the light might change.
Gotta make the light, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
gotta make that light.
Right. But
I
again,
don't know his name, who's been championing that.
Frank
and,
Morgan.
Yeah, most hearings I've attended.
That's who I heard.
I think they can be done,
That's who
by-
finally got it to
I think that can be done by the board of selectmen. So,
Actually, dropping the speed limit is a real pain in the ass, because we've made the town mandatory 30. You can go above it, but going below it, you have to start showing studies and all kinds of crap, unless they've lightened it up in the last few years.
My town is mandatory 25 unless otherwise posted.
Well, that's it. If you make a mandatory number, that's fine. You can go above it,
Yeah,
but when you start going below it, it gets problematic.
got it. I told him if it gets approved, we'll move the sign.
Yeah.
So,
because actually when they
move
first,
the 25 sign.
when they
So,
first started construction on that piece of property, how many owners ago, all of a sudden that 20, when they put the big mound of dirt in and they put the road in and whatnot,
Yeah.
all of a sudden that sign just got knocked down.
Yeah.
But it is back up, I notice it is back up now. But I think that would be a great idea to move it down.
I believe it's in the works.
So last hearing on 266, there were a couple of comments from Pat Brennan that where he was recommending conditions be part of the decision both for 266 and he thought them appropriate on 265. And those were get a building permit for any retaining wall exceeding 4 feet in height, get a sewage disposal system construction permit from the Board of Health, get a stormwater permit from Concom, and get an order of conditions from Concom, which is partially checked off. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Anything else, John, I need to add or anything? Anybody, any other member of the board?
Oh, I'm good.
I'm just kind of curious why, for our site plan, we haven't gotten anything from highway department. It's maybe good for conservation to have it too, but we haven't gotten any word from conservation, highway, Board of Health, like we haven't gotten any letters or comments to make sure that everything is okay. And
Well, didn't we get a letter, a comment letter, not specifically about this application, but others in the past from the police chief, from what I understand, that unless they had a problem. or had an
Historically,
issue-
only if they have
Yeah,
a problem.
if there was an
they would
issue,
get
he
that.
would
we
address
used
it.
to get them when, previous, that would state that they were okay with the application because they'd actually have a memo sent to them whenever they received a site plan, and then they would return it to us with different comments, even if it was okayed, so that we had it in the file, but we don't have any of that just from the chief and of fire and police due to the fact that they went out and diligently got them, but highway's sending stuff into conservation, but not us on a site plan, and that's actually.
On specifically this one?
Yeah, he said it.
No, on 266, they submitted comments. On 265, they responded to Peggy specifically saying they had no comments.
That they had what, I'm sorry?
No
They-
comment.
They had no comments. So
When you say responded to Peggy, is that in writing?
Yeah, so this is,
My point is it should have come to us.
100%, I agree.
So this was back in June when
That's
we
what
originally
we're supposed to be
generated
doing.
plans. So this was how it stood then.
When was that?
June 24th is when she sent it to
So-
me.
I mean, Board of Health may have specifically asked them, for comments.
This was actually Conservation Commission.
Conservation, excuse me.
During the
My
stormwater
bad.
permit, let's call it pre-hearing process. They wanted the plans to be sent for peer review to all the other departments, to get comments back, to modify plans before even notifying the abutters and kind of starting the formal process.
Yeah,
So
actually,
that process is starting. We're going to notify for stormwater. It's like, yeah.
You got, your meeting's gonna be in September.
Yeah, no, I think we're on for, no, for stormwater, we're on for the, is that the 13th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As in September 13th.
August 13th.
August 13th.
Yeah. So they were satisfied that it was a complete application, but it's a little reversed than
Yeah.
normal process.
actually, I kind of like that process better. You get a lot of the stuff out of the way
Get a lot of
before you get to
technical
the
stuff out of
hearing.
the way. So, anyways.
But when we do a site plan, remember at the last meeting, I read the site plan application out, so when we get a site plan, within 4 days, that site plan has to be sent out to all of the boards for comment. And I don't think that occurred.
I can't comment on that, I have no idea.
You know, I would just say, we've got police, we've got fire.
This
I-
isn't to do with
Oh,
like
this is
you,
more process.
Yeah,
Got it.
Yeah,
I'll stop.
that wouldn't be something, like I said at the last meeting, it wouldn't be something that I believe the applicant is responsible for. With-
Staff,
it-
yeah.
Thank you.
All right, what's the pleasure of the board?
You'll sign. Are you asking for approval?
Yes, I am.
But that's the place to start, so that we know what we're talking about. I don't have a problem approving it with conditions, whatever we've got left, but I think you already kind of enumerated them. Or, I don't know if you want to drag it out to the next meeting, or, yeah.
I would rather, personally, I would rather wait until it is signed off by Conservation as opposed to making it condition upon.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that,
Rick, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Amy?
That's fine. So you want me to motion 265 Monpont Street,
Continue until,
yeah, just continue 24 SPR 246, 265 Monpont Street, SPR JDE Civil, to, let's see, so August 1st and then August 13th. So let me look at my calendar.
we're looking at the 15th.
The meeting on the 15th?
Yeah, so motion to continue to August 15th.
So that should get you signed off on the 13th, and you can pop in on the 15th.
Sure.
How are we set for time? We in our...
Oh, we need an extension.
We need an extension to the
Continue.
8th right now.
So we'll continue it to the 22nd, just to give a little buffer after the meeting.
Okay, I do have a motion on the floor.
So should I make it,
I'd amend it to the 22nd.
well, continue to the meeting
Yeah.
of August 15th, 2024, but also to motion a continuance, an extension
Extension.
on the site plan application from August 8th, 2022 to August 22nd, 2024 to August 22nd, 2024.
I'd prefer to do it in two separate motions as opposed to doing one.
Okay.
We do have a motion on the floor now. Do I have to continue it?
Okay, so let me start over so that way it's clear, because it wasn't seconded. I will make a motion to extend the site plan while we're open right now, extend the site plan from August 8th to August 22nd, 2024.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second on the floor to, for the extension to August 22nd.
Extension of site plan.
Extension of site plan. I'll ask for a voice vote. Rick?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Myself, yes. Amy?
Yes.
Passes unanimous. Okay, you want to do your second motion?
So the second motion is to continue this hearing for 24 SPR 246, 265 Monpont Street, SPR JDE Civil, to the next meeting of August 15th, 2024.
I have a motion on the floor. Do I have a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor, I'll ask for a voice vote. Rick?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Myself? Amy?
Yes.
Passes unanimous. We're good.
So we'll just,
Form for me to sign.
I don't have any, so maybe just contact Danielle and
Yep.
she'll send you out the form because we don't have any blank forms with us tonight.
Got it.
Yeah, you could send her an email too.
Can you ask Danielle to have blanks sent to us so that we can,
Yeah, we should have them.
you know what I mean? Please.
Just so I make sure I got it right, it's right. The time to act is 22nd. 22nd.
Thanks, guys. Okay, next on our...
Do you want a copy of that email?
Oh, regarding the document stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I'll just give you mine.
That way I know, I can show it to our traffic engineer, they can come up with
Did
the
you have
details
the
on it.
one from Witham?
Yes, that, yep.
I'm just gonna take it.
Oh, I can do that.
Oh, that's okay, I'll give it to you.
Oh, thanks.
So this is the form to extend that Joe Webby Engineering, that we just spoke to Joe about on Vera.
Oh, because that was the one we did last meeting. We already voted on it.
Who's next on our agenda, the...
Use a pen if you want.
Oh, God, you're so...
I know I'm needed.
I didn't even use the chart of meetings. I should have just done that when I was doing the extension. Forgot about it.
Next on our agenda are the signatures for fiscal year '25. All members need to sign it.
What does the signature authority mean?
Signature,
Just
Authority for,
recording who we are, not like giving anybody any right to sign for us,
right,
correct?
Amy Troop is next.
We don't, I would like to move the June 20th
Oh, I already
meeting
signed.
minutes to the next meeting. Or did we already approve
We
those?
already,
So we don't have the meeting minutes from,
the 6th, we approved both of them.
oh, July 11th was the last one in there here. I haven't read the July 11th meeting minutes yet, so that I would
I think
like,
it's just the, oh, I see. Okay.
Just Brendan needs to sign.
Brendan's the only one left on this one.
make sure it goes in there. Can we move the meeting minutes of July 11th, 2024 to the next meeting, August 15th, 2024?
I don't know, anybody else read it or have a
I
problem
haven't
with the
even had a
minutes?
chance to read them.
I was okay with them, but
I'm
I
sorry?
haven't been.
I said I was okay with them, but we can move it. That's not a big
I haven't been shared, that this is the first I've seen them.
deal. That's fine. It's all good.
And so then on the meeting minutes for June 20th and June 6th, we already approved them, so we'll just pass sign, right?
Yeah, because we can't find the one we signed for.
Yeah, I heard.
Well, first of all, I do, you want to do that in the form of a motion, continue the approval of the July 11th
Oh.
minutes to, for our next.
Sure, I'll
scheduled
make
meeting.
that, so that's a motion.
And a second,
That's fine. Seconds.
all those in favor say aye.
Aye. And then those, make sure they get back in here, and so that's the meeting minutes one. And the July 11th one. Can you have her send me the July 11th meeting minutes, please? And then I guess, making sure that we have blank forms for extensions would probably
Did
be
you
very
guys get the
helpful.
July 11th minutes?
Did I get them?
Yeah.
I think I saw them online.
You mean on email?
Yeah.
I did not receive it by email.
Oh,
I haven't
okay.
received anything.
No, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it either.
I'm pretty sure I saw them,
She didn't send them to me.
but I'm operating on chemo, so
I didn't
No, maybe it wasn't them. Maybe it was, I'm getting it confused with the agenda.
I haven't seen them.
Yeah, that was gone.
So I guess we can have a motion to adjourn.
All right, any other new business or anything? What's this one? Letter of mutual for extension, you want to put that in there too?
Yeah, the ones to sign.
Oh,
Who just signed the minutes?
Amy Troop, Rick Murray, yeah, and you guys.
I've already got. Sorry about being needy.
Don't say it.
All right, that's all right.
We didn't get any mail or anything,
I
huh?
didn't get to me though.
You need to sign this one, Bill.
These are minutes.
Yep. Those are minutes. Okay. I'll make a motion to adjourn.
That's a good idea. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Unanimous. Thank you.